game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week,
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. You look at the Steeler defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They go play action with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And this is an offense that's number 1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Ravens are 12-2 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 19 carries, 64 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Here's Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Jackson options out left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens. In motion goes the tight end. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And that'll make it second down. Flowers going to go in motion right. Now an option play on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Here's Wilson. Here's Freiermuth again. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Harris running straight ahead. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now a 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Boswell's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, Henry. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right? Why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap and just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Does the big boy have the juice? And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the...
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. The scoop and score. It's an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Ravens ready to...
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll drop to throw.
Down the right sideline.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Mitchell is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Aguilar in motion left. Third and goal, Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Wilson.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Wilson.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Great games go.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter.
Play action. Now Wilson.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll run again with Harris. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Outstanding that time from Keanu Benton. Got in there and hit him for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. In motion, Aguilar. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Wilson completes it to Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it's Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, and they go back to Harris. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
keep it on the ground. Harris again. And running with power here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Ravens offense back out there. And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
Jackson, option right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
1,000-yard season, somewhat commonplace for running backs. Not so for quarterbacks, that's for sure. But that last run going to move him past the 1,000-yard mark now on the year.
Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. To throw is Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Aguilar in motion left. They go play action with Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They run with Harris. Fighting his way through contact. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
105 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight-ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Wilson.
That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 42. They'll try the right side with Harris. And some room to maneuver. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Wilson to throw. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
The home team's offense and Lamar Jackson set to take. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30.
13.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second.
Now it's Wilson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
Now it's Jackson.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A first down carry for Henry. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Henry. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play here, 3rd and 2.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They'll come up now on second down.
Inside handoff, Henry. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
That is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 5. A little under 30 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
Pass complete to Harris. And he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big 2nd half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the 2nd half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.